afford a suit right now. Looks like I'm gonna have to pick up more shifts at the bowling alley.
Not so fast, Eric.
Who are you?
That's not important right now. What matters is you looking sharp for your interview.
How am I gonna do that?
Just grab your computer and go to combatgent.com. Combatant Gentleman provides high-quality men's essentials such as suits, shirts, and ties directly to you without the retail markup. With Combatant Gentleman, you'll have everything you need to make that lasting impression. Looking good, Eric.
I'm gonna nail this interview.
Be sure to click the link below to receive a free tie with your purchase. Combatant Gentleman. Dress smarter.
Hey, I'm Vishal Malwani, co-founder and CEO of Combatant Gentlemen, and today we're going to talk to you about how a proper suit should fit. So we have our lovely model here, Eric, who's going to basically help us demonstrate the correct ways and differences between good fitting suit and a bad fitting suit. So let's start with the shoulders. So as you see, Eric is wearing our slim fit pinstripe suit, and you see that the shoulders are exactly where they need to be in terms of the fit. Again, it's very close to his body. It doesn't constrict him, but at the same time, it leaves room for the silhouette to be shown in the shoulder. What we like about good fitting shoulders is the fact that the shoulder's resting really nicely so that the arm can relax into the armhole, which then leads us into something even more important on how a suit should fit, which is the jacket sleeve length. And I think this is one of the most talked about things, especially on the internet, of how long should your suit jacket sleeve length be and should be. And we like to say that we like to see a good measure of at least a half to a full inch of shirt left on the sleeve length. And what that is that basically is showing people that you understand good suit etiquette, but at the same time, the jacket is not going to swim on you as you unbutton it and then sit down, because that's usually when the sleeves get longer. They end up at your mid hand, and you kind of find this funny situation where you're sitting with these abnormally long jacket sleeve lengths. Going on to jacket closure, obviously this is a 2-button suit, so obviously you might remember maybe your dad or your grandfather telling you what the little rhyme was for the jacket closure, and it's always, if it's a 3-button, it's always, sometimes, never. For a 2-button, it's always and never. And the reason why it's always and never is because you're looking for the suit closure to be perfect right around your belly button. But what it does is going to give your body a V shape. And that's really important, especially when you're wearing a slim fit suit, is that you want to feel really kind of snug right here. You don't want to be able to, what I tell people is that you don't want to be able to throw a football. That's not the goal when you're wearing a suit jacket. You really want it to be snug enough to show off the fact that you are wearing a slim fit suit, but at the same time, want to really be able to accentuate, the V in the body shape. So up next we have jacket length. Another thing that really is a big question, and there's a lot of ideas out there of what makes good jacket length. And what we always say is that we want the base of your palm or the base of your thumb to stop right at the end of the jacket. And what you see here on Eric is that that's exactly where it ends. And the whole goal is to not have a jacket that's going below your tail end, and at the same time not have a jacket that's so high up that you're kind of going for this, I guess, British pop thing that's going on. So if you turn around, Eric, you'll see that the jacket length is perfect because it covers up his rear area. And again, you don't want it too short because nobody really wants to see a guy's ass. Can I say that? Another big question that we get a lot is, how tight should the jacket be? Because when I go to the tailor, he tightens it up a lot and I get a gapping right here in the back of the collar. And that's exactly what happens. When you tighten up the jacket too much, you leave room for error, so that the only way for the jacket to actually fit properly on you is for the stress point to kind of pull at the collar. So one thing to make sure is when you're trying on the jacket for the first time, make sure that there is no gap between the shirt and the jacket collar. If there is, you might want to go up one size. All right, next up is the second most important part of the suit, which are the pants. So Eric, can we have you take off your jacket real quick? One thing that's really important about getting the suit pants right is first off the seat. And the seat for most people that don't know, if you turn around, Eric, this is considered the seat. And it's essentially where you sit down in your pants. And it actually starts from the front of the pants. So spin around again one more time, Eric. The goal when you're going to the tailor and fixing the seat of the pants is that you want to make sure that this is what's called a J-stitch, which is essentially the zipper all the way down to the back side of the seat, is fitting comfortably on, for lack of better terms, your package. And you don't want too much gapping there. And what happens there, if there is too much gapping, you end up looking like you have some kind of bowel issue where you decide to go in your pants and it ends up swaying between your backside and the middle of your thighs. So the goal here is to really lift up the seat of the pants to make sure that they're fitting comfortably so that you're not cramped in there, but at the same time, you have a fitting and more, I guess, restricted look to complement the silhouette that you're already going for with the fitted jacket and the slim fit suit altogether. Next up, we have the break on the pant. And this is a question that we get all the time here that's really important, and we think that a lot of guys get this wrong, and you see it every day. And you walk down the finance district or you're going to a local office and you see guys, and they're either too short or too much. You're either waiting for the floods or you're literally have way too much pant that's touching the ground and scraping along with you as you walk. What we say is we like to go with a one break. So when you go up to tailor and he asks you, how long do you want your pants? You can go ahead and let him know that you'd like one break. And what that means is essentially there's one dimple at the end of the pant when you have your shoe on. So that gives you enough pant to give you enough like break when you're walking, but then when you're sitting, they're not rising up to essentially your calf. And that's pretty much the perfect break. So if you see here sideways, the pant basically breaks in the front, but all the way around the circumference, the pants really settle on the shoe really nicely. They're not touching the heel at all, and they're right at the base of where its ankle is. That's exactly where you want it to be. I'm Vishal Malwani, CEO of Combatant Gentlemen, and thanks again for checking Combat Gent out with Art of Manliness. We look forward to talking to all of you on the site, www.combatgent.com.